What's up, guys? Hi, Brandon and Jeremy here, a friend of RC, giving you our review of the Losi 5T. I love you, Losi 5T. I already took off the shell, but I'll show it to you.
It's big.
That's what she said. There it is. We'll talk about that again later in terms of value, but we'll kick it off with technical as usual, Brandon.
Technical. This is the first all-wheel drive fifth scale made by a name brand company. Obviously, we've had the HPI Baja rear-wheel drive out for a while. Losi did a great thing with this. They designed it around a 30cc engine, so we have a beefed-up drivetrain everywhere you look, made to take the upgrades that you know you're going to throw at it. Mm-hmm. Twin disc brake, giant scale servos. They didn't skimp out. The steering servo is a Metal Gear Digital giant scale servo. Good luck finding that on another RTR.
All fourth scale stuff.
Yeah, all
really.
fifth scale and
fourth scale electronics.
Fourth scale and above. They went all out on this huge tank. It's 800cc. I think you'll get over about an hour runtime is what we were looking at on this thing. A lot of aluminum used throughout. The drag link is aluminum. Obviously, shock tower is aluminum. Full aluminum chassis. I think it's 5mm thick. It's a beast. And then I don't know what the diameter is on the shocks, but they're huge. They're like the LST shocks from Losi, just gigantic. And then working bumpers, and they've taken on so much. When I first looked at them, I thought the bumper was the weak point. Mm-hmm. I cannot believe we've taken on 3-inch trees full speed, and it barely marked them up. So technical, Losi did a great job engineering this. They made sure you get your full $1,600 worth.
That's right, yeah. Which brings us to the price, which is anywhere between $1,500 and $1,700 probably, depending on where you buy it. And normally we talk about value and leaves.
Leaves are free.
Yeah, those are always adding value. It's a different class, right? Like, so a lot of people look at it and they're like, I would never buy something that's $2,000. But if you really think about it, a full competition crawler setup, and maybe it's like the price of 2 RCs.
Yeah.
For like for a legitimate hobbyist, I think. Like,
yeah. Oh, easily.
You know, maybe 2 to 3 RCs. So it's not like it's $1 million. Like, people act like $1,700 is like $30,000 or something. It's not. When you really think about it, right? Like a Revo is $700.
Yeah.
We put $200 in upgrades into that.
You'll get. I mean, you put $1,500 in any Revo, no problem. It's a relative price.
Right. What some of the value stuff that I thought. One of the things that most everyone mentions, which kind of makes me not want to mention it, but is the Lexan is enormous, but they broke it up into sections. So if you wreck, right, it's going to be in the front typically. You can just replace this small section of Lexan for much cheaper than having to buy like an entire body, like with the Baja series. And it's got a full roll cage inside. So this, as you can see, we spent a good amount of time running it. The shell holds up very well with that roll cage.
Yeah, I was very surprised. We rolled it many times at full speed, and you got a 35-pound car flipping. You're like, no way, but yeah, it's in great. We haven't broke one single part of it.
Yeah, it's been very good. You know, the other thing's value is the runtime. This thing just sips gas. I mean, now maybe people out there who are more experienced with gas will have a different opinion, but I kept wanting to check the fuel levels because it was just running and running and running and running. And just, you know, for $3 in gas, you could run all day easily. It does a 2-stroke, so you have to add oil to the fuel, but that's no big deal.
Don't ask us what kind of oil.
Yeah.
That is an unlimited question. It'll never have the right answer. Go online and you can spend 2 hours looking. I just want to put that out there because everyone asks me that at my job too, and everyone's got a better oil than everyone else.
Yeah. We use the oil that came with it, and whatever oil we buy, that's the answer. 26cc motor. I really thought, or I still think that it's like with HPI, they had their 2-wheel drive. The RTR, I think, is like a 26, and then the kit, it comes with a 30cc. I thought Losi was going to do that. I thought they're going to make it available with the 30cc.
Right.
It's right powered. That's the best way I can put it.
That's a great way to put it.
You're not going to be getting like sick air or you know, to really make this truck. I think what it's fully capable of is you're looking at another $400 probably for a custom tuned pipe and a 30cc motor.
Yeah, right. Or if you up the displacement of this one, if you choose to. Yeah.
There are displacement kits that you can. We talked about that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you put it right. Right size is great because we didn't feel that it was underpowered at all, but we knew there was a little room there for a little more, kick off the line, maybe a little more top end. But we had tons of fun with it, and we were never like mad about the power. It was
it wasn't
always
like
a good time.
Wasn't like a typical RTI where you're just like, oh, gotta upgrade this.
Yeah.
It was fine. I mean, I remember when we got it, it was like first available day to run it. We got together like 8 in the morning, which is like extremely early for us, just to run this thing. Yeah, for him, I was up. I was waiting outside. I think I was waiting outside your house. Like, let's go. We gotta go to the gas station, Brandon. We gotta get gas. That's exactly what I did too. I used that voice.
Yeah.
And we ran it around in his yard, and it was just like, you're surprised by just, it rips. I mean, I think it's got enough torque. I could use a little more high end for up to me. Mm-hmm. You're not wheeling off the line, but
no, it was fun.
Yeah,
it's a lot of weight to move around.
Yeah, we had a couple things technical, like kind of wrong with it. Like out of the box, there was like a factory defect, so the throttle didn't open up all the way, and then we had Brandon. You can watch a video on RC Nightmare. Brandon had to put like a little custom mod on the brake system to get them to be a little tighter, right? To get rid of the slop.
Stiffen it up. Yeah, right. There was little things like the stock battery they give you. It's okay. It's a 3000 5-cell nickel monohydrate, but I felt that just because of the voltage sag in nickel monohydrates, that the gas tank almost outlasted the battery. Yeah. And that was like, when you're driving this kind of car, it's a dangerous feeling to have this much weight going, and I don't have brakes anymore. So we upgraded that too with a better power source and regulator. Mm-hmm. But it was really okay. We just want to go the extra mile, and we want to be able to recharge faster than 8 hours for the receiver pack.
Right.
So.
Right. Oh, that's right. I remember that. Brandon had this hidden over at his house for a while, and it came back like all upgraded, which is good. So we talked about price, durability. The down and would we buy it again? Well, if it is, then hell yes, I would buy this again.
Yeah.
I would really, if I have anything negative to say about it, is I really wish they would have given me the option for the 30cc. It's such it's a nothing upgrade. You know what I mean? Like,
it might have been $200 more out of the box to get it, and it would have been great to see that. But
everything else held up good. The tires actually, I mean, the tires look pretty cheesy, but they held up good. The stopping distance was really good, better than I thought. I actually thought there were some times when Brandon was ripping around, I was like leaning back, thinking he's gonna run in, but it stops really well. Yeah, turns on a dime. Like it's good.
The one thing we didn't hit on was the telemetry that it comes with, and I think telemetry is a little oversold. It's not bad, but you got to buy a radio. It doesn't actually come ready to run. It's a bind and drive, and unless you want to invest into a radio with telemetry, you're losing a little value there. But who's staring at the radio like, yes, my temps are good, and my speed is thus. Like, you're looking at your car when you're driving. So, yeah, I guess it's an extra feature. We never used it, didn't miss it.
Yeah, I guess
I'd still buy it without it.
Yeah, I think like teach his own. Like that type of a hobby person would probably be like, they're being like, you idiots, you don't look at your telemetry. Yeah. But I don't really give a crap about it. We start it up and drive it. That's what we do.
Yeah, we're not staring at a remote when we're driving this
No. It could turn off and, it'd be the second thing I looked at. First it would be what I was about to run into. So, would you buy it again?
I would absolutely buy it again. I can't say I've owned a lot of fifth scales, if any. Driven a couple of them, but this one, I think they nailed it. It doesn't feel like a fifth scale. Mm-hmm. It handles like a much lighter, more nimble truck. The power is right where you want it to be for ready to run. And absolutely, I thought the value was excellent.
Yeah, I thought
really good engineering.
One thing I was to say too, that the sway bars, you didn't get a lot of torsion roll. Like there was not. I don't know if it's because it was limited by the speed and everything, but like there weren't a lot of times that I was seeing it like kind of go up on two wheels if you were turning sharp. Like it was doing pretty darn well.
Really, really well behaved. Yeah.
You could stick another $1,000 into this and make it even better. I know that's easy to say, but people often ask how can we buy so many RCs? That's because we don't keep them all. We sell them. We both work full time, and this is one that will stay in our collection undoubtedly this you'll see again in spring. It'll have a large whale penis looking like pipe on it,
Yep.
and a 30cc. I can almost guarantee that.
Keep
But-
an eye out.
That's right. If you have any questions about the Losi 5, post what button down below, or shoot on over to our website, rcnetwork.com. Thanks.
See you guys.